Oh.
All right, testing my mic, Jackie.
Testing my mic.
Okay, and we'll see if we get anything.
Okay.
Now we go to the site. Should be able to go to Facebook and see it. It says it's live down.
Yep, there's people moving.
Yep.
$5 for you.
LMNOP
Which is at the front.
QRSTUVWXYZ. I know the alphabet. Testing, 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 testing. Good? Okay.
everybody to the beautiful Long Beach, California, United States, for the 2027 World Bowls Americas qualifying. And we'll be here all week, Monday through Friday, but for today, we're going to be mixing it up with different things. But we're going to start with the men's pairs game, the first round between Brazil's team and U.S. Brazil is made up of the father-son team of Melo and Fabio Melo. And the U.S. team is Brault and Zangl. And I know Zangl made a point of saying, please be sure to say hi to my family back home in beautiful Milwaukee. And who are we? Well, I'm Bulls USA Hall of Fame member Scott Roberts. I'm joined by the Bulls USA Southwest Division Counselor Jackie Hogan. Hey, Jackie.
Good morning, Scott. This is going to be a great week of bowls. Looking forward to it.
So we're just, the guys are just doing their trial ends here. So if you're wondering, what is the Americas qualifying and why is it 2027 and is this kind of early and what the heck's going on? Well, so a lot of the teams, based on the world rankings of prior events, mostly World Bowls from 43 years ago, back in 2023, teams were ranked, and the teams that qualified in the top 12 were automatically entered in. Some of the teams that are here, example, U.S. and Canada, have qualified in some of the disciplines. So it's per discipline basis. So everybody that is playing here is trying to get the one extra spot for qualifying to World Bowls. So it's kind of a winner-take-all tournament for everybody that's competing in this event. So hopefully that helps. So that's what kind of the event is and what's going on. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the men's pairs is qualifying the Canada team, and all the teams that are here, just to get through that, the teams that are here representing in some of the disciplines are Canada, United States, Argentina, Brazil, and Jamaica. So the countries that have representatives that are here. So in the men's pairs, which is what we're watching now, Canada has already qualified. So it's 4 teams that are still trying to qualify. So Argentina, Jamaica, Brazil, and the U.S. So it's those 4 teams. They're going to do a double round robin. So there'll be 6 games with the 4 teams. They're going to play each team twice. So it'll be 6 games. The team with the best record at the end will be the winner, and then we'll advance to the 2027 World Bowls event. So the format today is going to be 18 ends, and like most international events, 3 bowls.
Two hours and 15-minute play?
We're doing our best with our cameras. This is our first setup here today, and hopefully we'll get better as the week goes on. But we're just doing the trial ends here for you. Also have Bulls USA President Pam Edwards in the booth. She's kind of tracking like end-to-end scoring for some of the other games. If she can feed stuff in, and she will.
We also have active scoring going on for all the games. So not just the one we're seeing here, but the rest of the games being played at the same time. On the Bulls USA website, is it under the International tab?
All right. And now I see that Brazil is going to be yellow, so we're going to change our scoreboard. All right, I think that'll look good when the time comes. The Leeds have just finished up with their second set. I'm going to cross over and check, and I think there's going to be a bell, I believe.
8:30 start time.
Yeah.
Start time.
So we got about 8 minutes still while they're doing that. We'll still have a few minutes before we get started.
Yeah, all teams have been out here the last 2 days having, 8 hours, 9 hours of practice, so gotten a lot of good practice in on these greens.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Try and see if we can get our cameras. Adjustment here.
Okay, we're getting some folks starting to watch us. Tell all your friends. Go over to Bowls USA Facebook page and follow us, and then join the live stream with us.
And let's go through some of those comments here. We've got Red Lids Lawn Bowling saying, "Let's go USA." Marco, hello, best luck to all teams and players. Chris Dodd, Team USA member, let's go boys. Here we go. Marianella, let's go Brazil. And ever-present Mike Watts, who watches everything, watching Aberystwyth from Wales, go Brazil. Yep, I will take that away in a moment. We're just still doing the trials. I want to make sure that everybody has known what it is that's going on. So we're going to still wait for the ring, so I'll take that off now. Whoop. Trying to see if we can get, we might be just down to a couple camera angles. Some of them are not coming through real clear, but we're working on it. Hopefully, Marco, that answered your question. We dropped just like to have a little title page going before we start. So I think the play will start in about 5 minutes. I think they're waiting for the official 8:30 start time and all the others events. Right now, I think everything is it's pairs and triples that are going on right now. So the other games that are happening are all pairs and triples. That's what we'll be covering for these first 3 days. It's 2 full days and then part of the third day, and then we'll follow up with singles and fours for those qualifying that needs to happen. I'm going to go up for a little sojourn and try and work on one of the cameras. Well, we got a minute. I'll be back.
Okay. I'm gonna go and talk a little bit about our team from Brazil, Fabio Melo and Dine Melo, father and son, and the father learned from his son, and so they're bowling here together as partners. And Fabio also wants to put a shout out to his grandma and grandpa in memorial that he learned from them.
going back. Let's see how that camera angle looked. Not too bad. It's frozen. Got a good action shot of Aaron, but
There we go, unfrozen.
yeah. This is the nature of things here. We're doing our best. We'll try and make sure that we get some angles going for you at least, so that you can see the action, get the scores. In the meantime, let's get some more. Yeah, you're very welcome, Marianella. And then the ever-present Michael T. Sadal, go USA.
Michael. Hi, Michael. Angel Gomez.
Nice to always hear from MS.
Yeah. Excuse us for not pronouncing names properly, but Miss Mo Ermata Taman was watching.
I think we're just waiting for the official start. I know, don't know much about the father-son team from Brazil.
Brazil. Yeah, I just mentioned a couple of things about
Okay,
them.
good. You filled in.
Well, yeah, while you were fixing the camera.
The
Melo.
Melo boys. The Melo men. There you go.
And then, of course, Bill Brault from the U.S. and Aaron Zangl from the U.S., both longtime Team USA members.
Just everybody still finishing up some of the trial ends, but they want to keep accurate. We got multiple ITOs, International Technical Officers, that are here, officials rather. So they're here to make sure everything is up and up for things. And there is no early start. They have a time when you start your trials, and then the time when you definitely start the game. And that's scheduled for 8:30. That way they can have the same, equate everything with regards to time limits. So I know that you can see Bill distance there, getting ready to roll his, get his jack going.
Oh, we have some wind. Oh, good. I see someone familiar on this watching. It's Boyd Hogan.
Any relation?
Any relation? Just slightly. My roommate. We have Vincent Lean just joined us from Yorkshire Dales, the UK. Thanks for joining us in the USA. Oh, and there's Gigi, Julia Gallo. Go USA. Good luck, boys and girls.
All right, the jacks are away, and we'll be getting this underway here. Interesting. Sometimes they stripe the greens. I think they decided not to stripe the greens because we're going to be switching directions as we go. So this will be first bowl of the match. Bill Brault. They'll set the tone early with a pretty good bowl there. Front toucher. Hell of a way to start. Thought I saw Fabio just a minute ago on his phone, so he's coming up and walking the yellow balls here. Yeah, pretty good. That's a pretty good opener of Fabio there. You really definitely want to be behind. I think everything, when you have a front toucher, then you really want to make sure that you're behind, because that jack is really not going to go forward. Any action is going to definitely push it back, so you really want to make sure that you keep going through. Maybe Bill doesn't want to be afraid of it, playing all the way up and into it. He's just drawing another stunner. 2 instant replay there. Got the Caterpillar working.
Caterpillar. Marco Villu has asked what the speed of the green is this morning. The ITOs did measure it this morning, and it was running at 12 seconds.
little short there. I don't think you want that. Again, you got to be reaching. Aaron and Bill are two of the best head callers I've ever seen, so I'm not going to be making any mental mistakes here. It would shock me. And the three of us represented the original league union back in the day. And Bill, you see Aaron calling for one back. The three near perfect bowls from Bill Brault. About as good a start as you could ask for. So Dina looking for Fabio to kind of come into that head. There. See another cup of tea. I'll fix that angle if I can. There we go. All right, everybody's ready for TV. Yeah, Bill said, "Can we stop the stream now and just quit there?" Yeah.
Yeah. Who wants to go out a winner there?
I should be joking around and telling him it's like, "Oh yeah, we didn't get that, Bill. Sorry." Cameras went down. You're probably just going to try and add to it if you can. And not bad to be behind. Again, everything that's going to be behind is probably good because, again, with those two bulls in front. I mean, especially the way Bill put him in, right in the line, too. He's a very, very small target for somebody to try and hit and come aggressively. Much better to have that than to have two bulls on the side. Just like a brilliant start. You can see Dina's got the right idea, just kind of coming with weight, trying to come across the head, see if he can hit into the pile, break it down. Aaron really doesn't want to leave a winger here. I think ideally he'd want to be behind the bulls. Basically just kind of resting and coming across the head and just coming to the green bowl would be probably pretty good here. It's just going to be a little spicy. Main thing is he really doesn't want to change it. So that's a very, very difficult head to try and attack. I think he's going to give it a go here, though. Giving it a good look here. He's trying really hard. Pretty good bowl there. Nearly got in there. Probably cut it to one. Aaron's got an interesting try. I think that bowl is just trying to get a look. It's probably, I think it's jack high, where it's like it's just a little bit of the front of the bowl. It's almost as close to level as you can get, really. The jack is probably right in the middle of the bowl. It might be a little bit on the front side of it. So Aaron holding one, he could kind of come into that bowl pretty safe, I think. If he hits the inside of that bowl, then it'd be good. If it's the outside, then that could be a problem. So I don't know if he wants to, how risky he wants to be right here on the first end. And I don't know if he can get it. He can maybe try it on the opposite hand here. That was the other thing I was going to say. It's pretty safe to here because he could face it out. He could hit it on the inside and then kind of roll it out. And that's what I think he's going to try. He tapped it. Pretty good effort there.
Real good effort.
I think just a little bit of, and it flopped it out. You see, it rolled it back. So was it enough to get the second one? And I think if he got another, rolled it up on its end, then he could have got another one out of it. Now Brazil's got to have they're in a little bit of a pickle too, because if they come and attack and hit blue on brown and push the brown out, then they'd be down 3. They're definitely down 1 for sure, and it's probably a look on the second. Just a really spectacular start by Bill Brault there. And Aaron did a good job of just just don't want to break it. Even that was real quality shot there at the last. You just need to play position. Usually when it's a good pairs team, it's like one guy's getting in and the other guy's just kind of covering when he needs to. And these two have played together a lot. They think very, very similar. So. And I'm sure the Brazil team's thinking a lot like being father and son. They probably play a lot together. They learn the game from each other with together. So.
Yeah, it looks like the whole family. Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa. Brault.
All right. Here goes Dina. So he's going to stick to that backhand, the same hand he's played a couple times. I think it's going to float all the way around. So then we'll see what the count is here. Did get the 2, so great start by the U.S. to take 2 on the first hand. Playing 18 ends in this 2027 World Bowls Championship Americas qualifier. Let's see if we've got action we got on the other camera angles here. You can kind of see us in the background because we're a little far away. Then this might be a little bit of a chippy choppy video, so we'll work with it as it can. Just again, with the distance, it's just a little tougher for us. So we'll see what if we can do. It's going to be a little choppy for you folks. I'm sorry about that, but this is probably the best angle of everything. If it starts to get a little too rambunctious, then let's shift to the side view. Decent opener by both guys. Not too bad. I mean, nothing like an interstellar start by Bill in the first end. And just a little bit of an overcorrection there. A little short by Fabio there. Bill's looking to just kind of split the difference. The Goldilocks bowl here. Good here. Too hot, too cold. Getting just right. And again, we're just a little choppy with the view on this angle.
Aaron likes that one.
Yeah, beautiful. Float around. Yeah, very good. And he's got the line. I mean, that line is just pretty spectacular there. Makes life so much easier when your lead can just kind of do whatever he wants. And a nice ball there by Fabio. That was pretty good there. Nice attacking weight. Try and come up into it. Might have cut it down to 1. There's the behind ahead. Look, again, this is going to be choppy here. Sorry, we're just pretty far away, so at least that gives you a fixed view of what the head is. There's Aaron Zangl. His first. I'm just kind of putting it behind. He's probably not too happy with that, but he'll dial one in. He always does. Nice try there by Dine. And probably just going to try and get to that bowl, just try and get around it, get to the runner. kind of tipped that one around. Probably a little heavier than he wanted. DNA's kind of dialing it in a little bit. Okay, let's just. Yeah, a little short. You really need to be up into the head there. Aaron's kind of the opposite. He really doesn't want to be that ball the way it's sitting. He doesn't want to be attacking it. He really just kind of come up to it. And he's been a healthy 2 to 3 yards through each time. Just kind of builds the tension on this one. Pretty good, and in a good home too. It's going to make it difficult to get into. I tried to take a shot at it, but just building's 2, and he's going to get 2. So Team USA takes a 4-0 lead after 2 ends, scheduled for 18. Playing pretty well. They're off to a pretty good start here. See if Bill can get off to another spectacular start like he's been the last couple ends. Pretty good home there. 5 feet through. Fabio can do here. Pretty good opener here. Just kind of seems to be struggling a little bit with the line. I mean, you just see it. Bill hasn't been off no more than a foot with any of his bowls so far. Everything's been dead in center on his line. 7 for 7 with that. Let's see if that holds for the rest of this match. And here's another stunner.
Great Bill shot.
See, and then when you've got the line, you've got that puzzle solved, and now you're just playing with the weight, and eventually that'll come. Fabio should be nice and attacking here, playing a jack-of-all shot, making sure he's a yard through, trying to get a piece of the bowl or the jack. Oh, nearly.
Working on yourself. Give yourself another foot.
Try and get that other angle. Since guys are going to crown the head a bit. Yeah, good. Another good bowl right on the center line. Let's see it right between Dine's legs there. Just another angle of it. And there's 3 bowls. Trying to get that camera working here. Another nice try by Fabio.
They should give us all like a little thing we gotta wear. It's a little shock thing. Yeah, you guys have a button.
To get you out of camera view.
There's another good look at the head there. I think you can probably see Aaron coming now. He's going to be coming on the forehand here. Staying away from the 3 yellow bowls. See if he can kind of do his own jacker bowl shot and drag the jack would be great. Yeah, a little pump on that. Kind of protects against the drag. Dini's still going to do jack or bull in the forehand here for him. Don't think Alexa didn't get an errors where he's just going to do the same thing. And you're down B up, it's just, it's a couple yards short. It's not too good. You're down 2 in the head at least. Probably just 2. And Aaron's starting to feel it now. Another stunner by Aaron. He took an extra couple lengths to warm up. But, he's really finding it as well. And let's see what Dini can do. He's giving a look again. It just needs a little more pace. Gotta, that line of being just underneath is okay, but then you need to be back behind so that you can come up to the target. It's 2, maybe 3 down. Definitely 2 for sure. Probably just wants to try and arrive on the blue bull again. Even a little touch on the jack is good. This little touch on the jack would be really good. Yeah, that's well done.
Aaron, what a
Well
shot.
done. Aaron Zangl. Turns that 2, maybe 3 into probably a 5. Really putting Dini to the test here. This is why Dini really need to be through, because they can have bowls that were behind. Not only just, gave basically Aaron the green light to do the drag shot. He's going to need to get a lucky bounce. He hit it square, so I think they're going to get a handful here. Bill's already asking for 5, so it's one of those things where it just, just wants to be sure. 5 it is.
All right.
Great setup, great bowling by both of these guys for Team USA. Getting up to a really strong 9-0 start after 3 ends. Again, it's set up by great draw bowling, and then making use of the bowls that you have. Work on some angles here. Bill's got the crouch down so you can see him there.
Very good today. Great opener.
So, been on the receiving end of this from time to time, and it just like, you look up and all of a sudden it's 9-0, and it's not like they're playing bad. Bill and Aaron are showing why they're Team USA members and longtime Team USA members. They're just right out of the gate.
Love your adjustment.
Yeah, and another great bowl by Bill Brault. Good time for Fabio to find it here. Switch hands, see if he can come across. Get jack or bull here. And pretty good effort there with Fabio like that. And you can see Aaron calling for Bill to kind of keep pressing on his own. Just wants to slip that ball. Aaron's getting the high side. Yeah, another stunner. Again, he's thrown 9 bowls and nothing outside of, maybe a foot outside of the line.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Fabio's going to give it a look here. He might be into
he's
the head
looking.
here. He's looking close. Oh, great bowl there. Threw a great bowl and he's still 2 down. He's going to have an interesting choice here. Wouldn't shock me if he played the forehand and came all the way back to that yellow ball behind and see if we got anything on the camera with him up. So I figured Dina will probably be coming on his backhand just like Fabio did and trying to get to that pile or get to the jack. So you can see Aaron could try and get there first, try and use that little wall. I think that's what he's doing. He wants to stay nice and high and not touch the yellow ball if he can help it. It's a little short. Just kind of left it open for Dina here. I'm sure he's going to be coming through this weight, see if he can pick up that jack. Kind of knock it back to his bull. His yellow in the back. Just kind of on draw weight there. There's Aaron's second. Looking to just add the yard. Maybe overcooked it a little bit. Question. We're doing what we can with the cameras. We can't see from this angle. We can't get the behind the camera is not working. So going in this direction, this is all we get. Because this is the view we have, which is a couple ends old. Looks like Aaron's going to switch hands. Trying to get to the back. I think they were down a couple in the back when he put it in the ditch. Going to Dine. See behind. That's not going to help. So probably going to be two more for the U.S. One at least. Two it is. So two more for USA. We'll be up 11-0 after 4 ends.
Good. Very good.
It's about as wide as he's gotten. It's maybe 6 inches. In this view, Dini likes to stand right in front of the angle there, so just stick with switching between these two. Trying to do some camera adjustments here. Pretty good ball there again by Bill. Again, right on the line. Yeah, good ball there. I think for the first time in this match, Brazil is holding. Yeah, good ball by Fabio there. It's hard to get Bill off this backhand here. I don't know why you bother. Just because he's just right on the center line. There's no point. Pushing all the way in for shot. Again, that's why, because he was just on the line, and Aaron with a good call. And some people would say, I'll switch and come on the other side. And Aaron said, no, he's playing that hand too well. No need to switch. Because you don't know what you're going to get on that hand. Why not just play him? Because he's obviously striping it the other way. So. Probably just needs to add a little bit. Just needs to come into that head just a bit. Oh, nice try. Just turned it over. Just kind of a dominant performance so far by Brault and Zangl from Team USA. Billy just kind of setting everything up, and Aaron had that 1-5 with a nice little drag. Otherwise, he'd been kind of letting Bill do his thing. Just kind of protecting and covering and adding as he needs to. He hasn't had to force the action. He's trying to take a stab at it here. Trying to draw one in. Just a bit short. Make it interesting angle for Aaron. Bill's trying to get the angle, give him a feel. I think he's still going to play it on the inside half. Yeah. Play it a little positive, try and get a drag. If he's a little high, he can come off the inside of that brown bowl. If he's a little narrow, he can come off the inside of the yellow bowl. Just anything that comes between those two would be a win. Kind of came in the back door a little bit. Dina's second. Just through the hole. I like the weight. I think that's a pretty good play. I mean, if he hits any part of the head, it's going to be better for them. It's going to be hard for it to be worse. Look, especially with the way it is, Brault really needs to kind of win an end and get control of the head and maybe pick a different distance, length, mat position. It's just going to be a boat race. Hit the outside of that. Oof. That was the danger in the outside and pushing that in, but he managed to get away with it.
The one that's left of Mary.
Oh, yes.
That board.
Made the call.
Or the one behind those people. Yeah, I can't.
Look here. Oh man, nice try. Great effort. But still one for the USA. We'll make it 12-0 after 5. The first ender that Brazil actually was holding. It just shows how dominant U.S. rifles have been. Keeping the mat and Bill knows. Just have when things are working, don't change anything. You don't see them messing around with the mat. And then they're putting the mat in the same place. They're trying to get the jack in the exact same spot over and over again. So we might have move on for a bit and see if we can hang on to it. little choppy still. Pretty good bowl there, but Fabio just a little unlucky. Put that one down very good. Let's see what the results are. Looked like he put a little, looked like I could see it, just a little bit of a dump, and that took that. Didn't come out of his hand real smooth, unlike we've seen. So just, and as a result of being a yard short there. Pretty good ball again, and yet a little unlucky by Fabio. If he was just slipped that'd probably been right in there for sure. Result show it. Very nicely done again. Pretty good. Another nice try. Fabio's not playing bad. He's just had a little bit of bad luck, and just part of it is just Bill's has been outstanding. I mean, that bowl that he just kind of stubbed a little bit, that's like a yard short. It just didn't come out of his hand smooth. It's the worst bowl he's rolled. And that wasn't even that bad. Start rolling a couple. Let's see what Kern tries here. Could see him coming either way. They definitely have talked it over. Let's backhand here. Trying to draw and get to the yellow. See if you can just slip underneath it. Not going to be a bad position there. Again, so let's see what we can do here. Just kind of coming around, he can promote his own. Really needs to get into the head. I've just kind of left it out here. It's not too bad. They're calling for maybe putting something behind. I think. I guess he didn't want one on the tee and he went to draw it anyways. Pretty close. I heard Aaron say, "Do you want it on the tee?" And that's what I heard. So. Yeah, because Dean is just kind of attacking his head, and he probably should be. Down, he just really wants to come across and see if he can hit the jack or hit the bull. Just taking a little too much grass there. Just looking for a minor adjustment here. Get a little tighter. I don't think you like that one. Short and narrow. Alright. I think Dina He's going to be too high again here. Made an adjustment every time, but not enough. It should be 2 here. Just double checking. 2 more for the U.S. Pretty commanding 14-0 lead. Jackie's back. Hey, Jackie.
Hey.
Again, you just incredible jack control. I mean, I stress that to my students. That's how you win. You would see it's just been, you could just play the same thing over and over and over again, and just keep playing the same distance. Use the same stretch of grass. Keep the same line. So he hasn't been off for more than a yard. You can put the mat in the same spot, put the jack in the same spot over and over again. And just be a machine and just keep pulling them in. Probably a little short there. Just looking to drop a little. And again, he's just got that line just dialed in. And he just needs to control his weight. He's been doing it the whole match. I think his Holden just wants to kind of come through his own here. And just really needed to add, and not the same thing. Just the short balls are killers. Bill can just drop this yard. Really, it's all he needs to get rid of here. That's not as bad as we've seen from Bill. The 3 balls and then he missed the line. About as bad as he has done. Just was overthinking, I think, the weight. He's human after all. Let's see if Fabio can capitalize here. Yeah, that's a nice ball there. Bill left him an opening and Fabio walked in. So I think Aaron Zangl will cross over and be down for the first time all match. Again, we're at the 1/3 mark. We played 6 ends, scheduled 18. 3 bowl pairs. It's America's qualifying tournament for the 2027 World Bowls Championship. Just looking for a cozy draw here. Just a little weighty. Want to be short with the first one. So this is the upside if you need to, situation like for Aaron's in, he really needs a draw because there's a lot of room to draw. The problem is you don't want to get in your own way. If he draws when it comes up like a yard short, now he's, or 2 yards short, now he's in his own way, and now it makes it much more difficult. Better to be long like he was, 2 yards through, and then now he can adjust down and not be in his own way. Try and do the adjustment the other way, and you'll find that you won't be able to do as well because you're in your own way a lot of the time. A couple, we're just looking for a draw here. All the way to the back. Okay, let's see if Aaron can drop these couple yards. Still a little steamy. But he's going to pick up the jack and just drag it. Oof. Thunderous. I don't even know if he was trying to draw, if he just said, I'm just going to just drag it to hell with it. Just play it positive. Just feeling the mojo. I mean, he did take a yard off, and he just happened to come right on through and drag it for 3 or 4. Probably was 2 or 3 down. There's Dana with a great shot. Oh, nice bull there. Well done. Very good one, Dana. Just, oh yeah. Tit for tat there. That's well done. Great bull by Dana. An arrow with a stunner, and Dana just right back. Just to pop it loose and put it back to his own. I'll put Aaron back to the test again. Doesn't need to be short here. I think he's got 3 seconds probably. He can afford to play a little positive and coming through and see if he picks up the bull or the jack. Just a little tight. All right, this is a good chance for Brazil. Should be getting on the board here. You know, they get a chance to add a second one. These are the ones you kind of need when you can. You're just trying to draw within 2 feet. And especially since it really was just his first bowl, he's just got to do it again. Trying to fight back. They'll say one, and it's just one. But Brazil get on the board. Stop the bleeding. It stops at 14-1. A good time to get some updates on some of the other scores. So I'll let I know Pam is in here. Bulls USA President Pam Edwards is in here getting some of the scoring. You can probably find it on the Bulls USA website. I think we have the scores there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and read some updates here in the women's triple. Argentina versus Brazil. Brazil is up 4-3. In the women's pairs, USA versus Brazil. USA is 3. Brazil is up 4-3 on that one. Women's pairs, Argentina and Canada. Canada is up 10-1. In men's triples, Argentina and Brazil. Brazil is up 5-3. And in men's pairs, Brazil versus the USA, which is the one we're watching, is 14-1.
Thank you, Pam and Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brazil with their first time rolling the jack. Got the mat pretty close to the tee. They're pretty much going end to end, it looks like. It's pretty far on the other side, I think. Yeah, a little short. Let's see if we get a camera angle on this. Sorry, I haven't been able to use this angle more. I think it's just the latency of the Wi-Fi is just not strong enough to make it all the way down there, so it's very choppy. As you can see, it just kind of is freezing, so it gives you an idea of where it is. Let's see if Bill can hold on to getting back on the stripe here. Do my best to try and jump around it, but just know if that's why you see it being in this direction, it's a little choppy. It's a little further. Pretty good opener by Bill there.
We have much longer jack on this end. Melo's changed that up.
I need to do something different. I applaud. I think it's the right action. I needed to go to an extreme. I think it was either, I would say either go really, really short or go really, really long.
Right.
And they opted for the long.
There's the ball behind Billy. Speed's great.
Not a bad ball there. Nice little adjustment by Fabio there. Let's try and get another one in. Look at this shot. Another beauty. Beautiful ball. With a good shot here. Wow, well done there. Great shot. Beautiful bull. Beautiful bull there. Just kind of played it nice and positive when he was down. Came right on up into that bull. Picked up the jack and drug it back a little bit. Aaron calling, you can see about a yard through. You're still asking for a yard on that angle. this. What a shot by Bill. I don't know if he got a shot with it, but it was a great bull.
I think it touched.
Yeah, he definitely got
marking.
the jacks. Hearing some spray shot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's holding. An angle here. There we go. Close. At the very least, close, as far as we can tell. Fabio can't tell. Universal sign for a measure. Could be anything. So I think it's safe to say that the men's pairs will be the U.S. team is going to be the favorite to win this qualifier. They still got to do it on the green, but they've been doing a hell of a job to start this one. There's DNA's first. I'm just going to try and have a look now that he didn't do this before because Brazil was up, and so it's Brazil's head. Now that it's U.S.'s head, now Aaron can go ahead and take a look to see, get an idea of whether he thinks he's holding or not. I could see him playing on the backhand coming across the head, and I think you can get, let's see what they're talking about. Bill's, yeah, what Bill's calling there, yeah, nice and positive, try and get underneath, take the ball. Because I think they have, even if they're not holding, then they got second, third, and fourth, I think. So it's worth 3, I think, if he gets that pole. If he happens to hit the jack, that's good too. I don't think he'll be clobbering it, but he needs to get underneath that front yellow one. It's getting ready to go. Somebody from the neighborhood ring came right on over in front of him. So Aaron just kind of does the reset of his process.
This looks close.
Trying hard. Oh, what a shot there by Aaron Zangl. Again, here's a case where a lot of people get frustrated and flustered because they had somebody from the neighborhood ring came over. Aaron just put his bull down, reset his mind, picked up his bull, and then executed to perfection. That's what champions and winners do. Don't make excuses like, well, this guy got in my way, or that person did this, and just went ahead and just reset himself, refocused, and delivered. Here's DNA. Much better bull here. Oh, nearly came in the back door. Probably in the drawing floor. He's going to recover. There's 2 options. I think Bill's calling for the cover here. Because he sees the jack movement going to come back there. So we'll see where Bill's targeting, lining up. Just don't think Aaron had to wait. All the boys are going to tete-a-tete in the middle of the rink. Get a visit in the booth from the tournament director and fellow Bulls USA Hall of Famer Heather Stewart.
Hello, Mrs. Stewart.
She and the president, Pam Edwards, are plotting, scheming over there.
Checking out the scores. Good time for some updates on the other games, maybe? men's pairs in the 8th and Argentina is
This is
ahead
the
of
problem
Jamaica 10 to 4.
with the Wi-Fi method.
Yeah.
Because we're here and the camera all the way in there, it's just frozen. It's like this. It's like showing 1 out of every 10 frames or freezing. So it's just like
Brazil
I can't
is
use.
17.
It's just I can't do anything. It's not like I can't
Women's
control it. I can't do
pairs,
it at all.
end of 7th,
And then people are saying, why can't we see the other end? I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
8.
Everything going all right?
It's good. Okay.
Women's pairs at the end of the 7th is Argentina, Canada. Canada had 12-1. Men's triple, Argentina, Brazil at 7 ends. Argentina is 6 to 5. And our game is 14-1. Some conversations going on, and
I don't think the
Jeannie's heading that back to the mat.
consult is over. House ball for Dina, down 1. Let's see what he's up against there. Coming with some pace here. It's going to be a little high. He's going to need to get lucky. Yeah, nope. So Aaron's got 1. Bill immediately calling. I mean, Bill knew what this shot was going to be 5 minutes ago. You're just waiting for. All right, it's away. Let's see if Aaron can draw another one in. It'd shock me if he just kind of played it safe. Yeah, pretty good weight for it. All right, so USA scores another one. Extend their lead 15-1 after 8 ends. Playing 18 ends this first round. World Bowls qualifier. You can see Bill put the mat right back where they had it. Jack's a little shorter, I think, than he's been. I don't know if he meant to do that. Might need to measure it. So one of the things that usually in the U.S. we play with 21 meters is the minimum jack length, but for this event in World Bowl standard is 23 meters. So, okay.
Call the umpire to verify the distance here.
Get our ITOs going.
We have Willie's the ITO at the mat. I'm not sure what country Willie's from. And then we have Hugh at the jack. He's from Ireland.
I guess it's good.
It's good, just oops, by a couple inches.
So, no, it's near minimum length. We got that down. Let's see if Bill can get back to just drawing some stunners around on the center line like he's been doing. Yep. Fabio's been much better in the last couple ends. He's been kind of finding a little bit better here. Good ball there. Second. Pretty nice ball there. Yeah, another good one by Fabio. That's well done. Their angle there. Just a tad heavy. Let's see if we get one in here. Just make out the shadow of the jack from this angle. By that yellow ball there. See if Fabio can throw a nice third one in here. Yeah, well, that's well done. 3 very good bowls. I think by going with a little bit of a shorter jack length, I think it's kind of hopefully it gives Brazil some ideas. It's like I said, I think they should have gone to an extreme, either too long or too short. And they did the too long, and that didn't work out great. It was better. Now they got essentially the U.S. turned them on to going too short. Now got 3 really good bowls. I'm just going to be attacking this head. He's a little high here. It's an interesting position now. Brazil's holding 3, but the U.S. has the 4 best back. Brazil in positioning. I mean, the U.S. really doesn't need to score a bunch of points. Aaron was like attacking it, like you just want to hit it. 3 down. It's usually the green light signal for these guys. It's like if you get the 3, then green light. He's got a nice little wall that he could have drawn to. I don't think you'd like to see DNA draw into that wall, just trying to get to those 2 yellows. Force Aaron to make the shot. It'd be different if the score was tighter or something. DNA's just maybe just coming back here. Kind of walked off a little bit of disgust. I think he was just trying to get one behind. Bill's looking for a little bit more control rate, just a little more like a yard on. Piece the jack and the bull. Pretty good shot there. Probably looking at 2. Yep. Bill either said it was 2 or he gave me a piece on it. One or the other.
Yeah, Aaron confirmed 2.
Dina trying to get a piece of this head if he can. Yeah. Nice shot there. A little unlucky. Hit the jack, drug it, but then the jack got into one of Bill's balls behind as opposed to carrying and staying through. So, but a very nice shot there by Dina. Just didn't get paid off. But he did cut it down from 2 to 1. I think Bill's thinking to move ahead. Trying to get one in position back to that ball and kind of come all the way around. I think he just wants to try and slip by the green one if he can. I don't think that's what he wanted. I think he wanted a little more positive weight there. Short doesn't really help. Floated around the country. He was in Milwaukee and then he was here in Hermosa Beach in Southern California for a while and he's now moved back to the Milwaukee area. So I'm sure he appreciates the weather here, not better than he was out there. He said to say hi to everybody in his family when he's back home in Milwaukee, including his new bride. I just got married recently. DNA can do here, looking to try and get a little action. Probably going to come on his forehand here and try and slip between those balls, see if he can get some movement on the jack or the bull. It's not far away. Didn't miss by much. And it's going to be one more for Team USA. You can see Bill is like wasting no time getting the mat. He already had the mat in his hand. He was either going to pick it up or he was going to. So it's one for Team USA. So at the halfway point, 9 out of 18 ends, they're up 16-1. As we play it in 10. And Bill does to, especially more than most people I've seen, is he just doesn't waste any time. He just, if he scores, he's got the mat, he's going to put it down where he wants, and he keeps staying in the rhythm. So.
Right, that's great focus on the game and what's going on around you. And
Fair. Yeah, really good there by Bill Brault. Nice adjustment. I mean, not a bad first bowl. And the second bowl, he just makes the minor correction. Just puts in a stunner. The pressure back on Fabio. Team Brazil needs to be nice and positive here. Make sure you're at least arriving. Not bad, just need another yard. I'd send Bill to the other hand, though. No need to do any kind of promotion here. No need to help the other team. Just try and get another one in the zip code here. And another stun by Bill. Fabio's third. Let's see, he's got the pace this time. Anything that's, even if it slips through and is behind, is okay. A bit unlucky, but good position at least. Just a little impressed with the, I mean, you can see how you can't be impressed with the Team USA guys. Bill's been setting up the head very, very nicely throughout. And a couple times when they've needed a shot, Aaron's come through. Put one in the back. I think he was trying to draw the tee, because with the position of where the jack is in relation to that bull, any action in that ball is probably going to pop that jack back. So I think he's also protecting against, try and draw the tee, and that way you get best back, as well as if there's a kill, if the jack goes out of bounds, they're going to respot it on that tee. Call the tee because we put a little tee mark, which is 2 meters out from the ditch. Trying to be nice and positive here. Nope, all the way in. Aaron's wondering, it's like, are you going to add another one, or are you just going to try and put another one back on the tee here? Still nothing on that camera. Took a little pace off. He's going to try and fire again, I bet. Gone for a little while. Bill thinks they're holding 3 right now. A little bit worried about the back, but I think he's calling for 1 all the way back there. As you can see, we're both set up. Didn't quite make it, I think, where he wanted it. So, let's see what Dina can do. Should still be attacking this, I'm sure.
It's close.
Just went through again. What a nice try. 3 more for the U.S. Make a 19-1 lead after 10 ends, playing 18. We're scheduled to be 18. See if we can get back to this kind of original length that they've been playing. Really good again by Bill Brault. Fabio's first, looking for a jack or bull shot, see if we can get a piece of this head. Really good, really well done there. Great shot, beautiful bull. Bill second. Probably just going to try and similar kind of shot. See if you can just kind of attack the head back. Yeah, he had good weight for it, just a little yard through. I think interesting choice here is he just played, Fabio just played this hand, but it's a little dangerous. He doesn't want to be too heavy and kind of drag it through. That'll go against him here. He can get his own. Yeah, he just played the same hand, a little heavy and narrow, but kind of got away with it. Not too heavy. He's got 2 pretty good position. It shocked me if he tried a little something. Just keep the same weight and just kind of tighten it up a little bit to get a little action on the head here. Just didn't come over. I think he added a little pace, so I think that's what Aaron was saying. He added a little pace, and so that's caused the miss. Fabio's got the same issue here. He's going to stick with his hand. I think he'll probably make a good adjustment on the line. Let's see how it plays out. Pretty good here. Looking really good. Really good bull here. That's 2 beauties. That's well done. It's corrected his line. So we're holding 2 here. This is when a few times Aaron has not missed much. And he's had to come through, and he's been able to make these. Usually not with the first one, but with the second one's been pretty deadly. It's almost like a rangefinder with the first one with him in this match. And the second one, he's just been absolutely just dialed. So we'll see. And again, the way he misses, he missed long. So he did miss short. So he's not getting in his own way. the Melo boys, DNA and Fabio really need to kind of try and get on the stick here and see if they can get some multiples, get some numbers. It's a good opportunity for them. Let's see, DNA being on the forehand, let's see if we can play through that green ball there. See if we can get third shot. I think he's just opted for the defense here, it looks like, instead. Just really hung it out. Let's see if my prediction comes true there in a second. No, not this time. All right, back over to DNA. He's kind of got one back corner-ish. So I still think his play is to attack that green ball, the third shot right now. I think that's his play. He had the pretty good weight for it to come right onto that third one. Kind of good draw weight. I think a yard through would have been okay, and he could have hit that ball and kind of come through. Even if he misses, he would have plugged it up. So, I mean, Aaron's got a drag for 6 right now. If he can put on similar weight to his last, pick up that jack, could be anywhere from 3-4 to 6 if he gets that jack. Just didn't quite do it. I think you need a little more pace. Right, so now, again, now they're in a position where Brazil could take that one out. Yeah, he's looking at that, and that'd be good for 4. So they're holding 2, and if you can get inside that green one and stay, it could be 4, maybe 5 if he stayed. That's what Brazil needs. Brazil really needs to get a number here. He's just going to come up narrow here. Just came across. But Brazil will get 2 here. Make it 19-3 after 11 ends. 7 ends to go.
I'd like to just give a little shout out. Vincent from the UK commented about thanking all our volunteers here, and I have to say our volunteers here have been awesome. The club, Beach Long Bowling Club, Doreen and Cindy and John and many others. I don't know everybody's names, but they've been just so helpful and gracious and welcoming to everybody. I think everybody's really enjoying the club and the hospitality here.
It's going to be looking like it's going to be a solid week. We're supposed to have really good weather. It's going to be like this the whole week. We've had I think early February here started with some pretty powerful storms, and then last week was some really, really hot weather. Really hot weather for this time, like record heat. And now we're kind of in this nice weather for the week where it's going to be in the low 70s.
Doesn't matter, whatever. You do it. Up to you.
Pull the mat up a bit. Kind of playing into a longer jack. Oh, nice opener there. Everything's kind of gone haywire now. Let's see if we can get a shot. There you go. There's the shot there.
Aaron just called for Bill to take it in the ditch. Let's see if it happens.
Probably going to call it so close. Like our chances with 6 shots at it to have one of them to either get that ball off or get the jack in the ditch, even though it is a toucher. Playing with a couple yards on would be pretty good. I think Fabio felt like he had to switch hands and put it in the ditch. A little too heavy there. Now with Bill have one on the dance floor, you might just have whatever weight he wants here. I think ideally you want a couple yards through. You'll probably end up losing your ball, which would be okay, but you want to try and get a piece of something, and if you hit the ball, then it'll stay with that kind of weight. Hell with it. He just draw one.
What a shot, Bill.
He'll just draw it. I don't need anything. Don't you know who I am? I'm not going to do anything else. Got heavy stuff. I'm just going to draw one. His third. He's got the advantage where he's got a toucher now, so he can afford to try and put Jack in the ditch. And even if he hits his own, it's not the end of the world because he'll have his toucher in the ditch. See if we can get this one to stay. Just going to trickle in. Now what's Bill going to do? What's your next trick, Bill? Wait for her to make the call.
Switch it over. Even if you lose your ball, Billy, it's okay.
Go away. Maybe he heard that call on air, or watched his hand signals. We'll Bill to switch over. See if he can come across. He happens to hit his own front ball. He's okay with that too. And just overcooked it a little bit. Interesting choice. I think I made it. Well, Aaron definitely has a better angle than I do, so being right on top of it, and just looks from here that the angle would be easier to just kind of come, keep it that same hand that Bill had played and just come off the yellow one and the inside of it. Aaron saw something different. It's kind of hard to argue with the way they're calling this game right now. See Dana attack this end as well. See if he can hit that ball out, hit the Jack in the ditch. He's got his own bull there that's a toucher. And a look. I just kind of ran into Bill's front one there. Trying that shot and called for Bill. Oh, I apologize. Got a little, very fortunate there with that result. Coming off his own ball and winged in there for a second, which I don't know if it was necessarily what he was trying to do. Not going to give it back. Away. Again, he's trying to come heavy and see if we can get a piece of this head. Just kind of left it out high. Garen's just going to try and see if he can float one in and around. Maybe get a third. Just trying to come around the brown. It's pretty good bowl if it holds up. Just trickled that. Try again here. Nice shot there. What a bowl. What a bowl. A bowl with his last. Just kind of coming in the pile. Beautifully done. I think he might be holding. Being a good sport and applauding DNA's bowl there. Aaron's going to give it a shot and see if he can either push his own up, push that one out. Wants to be arriving on it. Yeah, just knocked the touch in the ditch. But With that great bowl by Dine, they'll take one more for Team Brazil. At the 2/3 mark, after 12 ends, it's 14-9 now. You can see now that the Team Brazil is messing around a little bit with the mat length and the jack length. Which they should, they're smart to do. And basically kind of pulling the mat up and then jack as far as they can.
Right over there, Billy.
Bill with a good ball there. Finally can make the adjustment here.
Speed's great.
Bill second. Doesn't need to do much different. And a little touch or a little action on it. Just tuck it behind. Another good shot. Again, bowls in the head, bowls in the head, bowls in the head. See if Fabio can make the correction here. Hard here. Oh, unlucky. Nice effort. Foot here or there, and it's drag for 3 or hitting that bowl out for 1. Play through his own ball. Yeah, that's well done. And it kind of helps take away the drag too with the position of where he is. He's kind of get one behind. That was, you come through, and if you hit your own ball, that happens. If he slips it, then he still gets one in the back. So the main thing for the USA guys with 6 ends, this one and 5 more, and being up 15 is you just don't want to give up big numbers. So just keep getting balls in the head, kind of see where your opponents have like a little pile and trying to keep that from keep that from hurting you somehow. A little bit of a cool breeze going on now.
Yeah, the wind's kicking up. You can see the shadow.
Just make up the inside. Trying to be fair, I'm just going to float swing it back and just Bill just kind of calling for one. Yeah, just get one behind, draw to the tee. I was thinking about bringing a jacket today, and I thought no, I was still Saturday. I was out in Riverside and it was 90. There was no wind at all. I was roasting, and a couple of people that were suffering from heat stroke during the day. It's only been a couple of days, and all of a sudden it's cool. They're trying probably to cover these 3 here. Bill wanted him on the tee, so he's got that side of that pile covered now. Aaron was worried about accidentally touching the jack. See what Dina can do here. Really needs to be tighter. It's just coming around. Probably cut it to 2 there. He's going to stick with that same hand. Kind of playing the same thing that kind of Billy was doing. Hitting that bull. Just staying nice and high. So they're hitting his own bull or slipping right by it and getting to the 2 yellows. Coming all the way around inside. Yeah, that works out really nicely. Then he had the hero shot last time with his last. Kind of needs to do it again. Down 2 here. Getting better at anticipating Jackie's calls.
I'm trying to hold him in. It's all this wind. Pollen.
But the way this is started, you got your Team USA, you got to feel really good about the way you played and you can ride this momentum. Just kind of be a buzzsaw through the tournament if you can handle it. Throw a spectacular start. Brazil's got to feel a little bit better since they changed the mat length and got a couple wins that they've won. It's some great shots. Both guys have drawn much better. Let's see what Dine's got with his third. Trying to get a piece of this jack or hit one of these 2 bulls would be good too. He got one out. It's a pretty good bull there. He cut it down and he exceeded. Aaron could try and get the money shot there. He could come cross-head and trying to face that bull out the second shot. That's one option. If he happens to trickle the jack, you see where Bill's calling. If you just do a draw there and drag the jack, then it's 3 or 4. There's a little more danger there. Because if he gets it too far, then there's those 2 yellows. So I'm thinking it's like, oh, we don't really need to make a shot. Well, of course he could just draw it. All right, Aaron's his way. Pretty good. Let's see who's got the juice here. Oh, we made it. Just one for the U.S. Pretty safe there by Aaron. But they'll score again. 20-4. After 13 ends. So 5 ends to go here.
Brazil will play Argentina. And the U.S. will play Jamaica in men's pairs. That game starts at 12 noon. And we'll be back at that time for that game too.
Yeah, Bill with just a great opener, just puts it right in the jack, and Fabio's trying to stab at it. Kind of missed and barely kept it in bounds. Desperately trying to get the cameras to move here. Yeah, another stunner by Bill. Just got the caterpillar working.
Reminiscent of the first bowls of this game.
Get an idea of the head there. Good position build there by Bill. He's holding 3, kind of a loose end by Fabio there, not particularly close. Maybe a little bit of frustration going on there. You get the freeze frame going, but at least you can see what the head looks like. He's got all kinds of room to draw, doesn't need to do anything special. Behind, kind of guarding against them, like a drag. Again, it's kind of tough. I mean, to try and keep your focus when it's, it's a big, whether you got a big lead or a big deficit. Really, you just need to kind of keep focused and just keep trying to pour them in. And, I don't know about the Melo boys from Brazil, but I know that Aaron and Bill have been on both sides of this. Instead of doing the wiping out and have been wiped out. It happens. Let's see if Dina can cut into this head here. Give it a look. Just slid by. And no real pocket, so. Just wanted Aaron to drop to 5 feet. Yeah, looks like he's done a great position too. Another one in the count. Great bull there.
Oh, they just sent me to get it too. Okay. I'll go give it to Hugh. That's what she said.
Maybe with another shot at it. Oh, almost the same thing. Bill's wanting Aaron to kind of cover that spot. I just don't know if the jack's going to get there. I think he might be trying it anyways, just to try and cover that little pocket of 3 that they have in that back left, just in case. Looks like that's where it was going. Yeah, right in the middle of the triangle. That's really well done. Exactly what they wanted and needed. Again, the big thing for US is just not to give up any numbers. DNA just didn't waste any time. Puts it right down. Trying to see if we get a piece of this head here. Just slid it by again. Three more for the US. Pretty commanding 23-4 lead with 4 ends to play. So if you're kind of just joining us or joined us a little late, you're wanting to know what is this thing? So this is the America's qualifying tournament for World Bulls. So 2023 we had World Bulls, and then 2027 is the next World Bulls championship tournament. So this year what they opted to do is have local qualifying. So there are teams that had already qualified based on their 2023 performance, and it's by discipline. So that's men's and women's, singles, pairs, triples, and flippers. So based on your performance in those events in 2023 specifically, or partially at the very least, they had a ranking system. The top 12 teams are in. And then the other teams are qualifying, and they're qualifying going on around the world to see who it is that's going to advance. So, and then based on population, how many teams is how many others are going to qualify. So here we have one spot that's open for men's pairs. And the teams that are going to try and qualify that are here is the 2 you see here, USA and Brazil, as well as Argentina and Jamaica. So they're going to do a double round robin, so they'll play 6 games. and whoever has the best record after the 6 games will advance to World Bowls for men's pairs. Team Canada is also here at these events qualifying in some of these disciplines, but they've already advanced in the men's pairs, so they're not participating because they've already qualified. And you'll see the U.S. is in a similar boat in some of our events as well, specifically I think men's triples and fours. So that kind of catches you up on everything that's happening here.
And maybe updates on some of the other games that we just mentioned. A men's pairs game, Argentina and Jamaica. Argentina is up 19-9 in the 16th inning. In women's triples, we have Argentina and Brazil. That's a close match at N13, Brazil 11, Argentina 9. Women's pairs, Brazil and the USA. After N13, the US has 18-6. Women's pairs, Argentina and Canada. Canada is up 17-5 after 14. Men's triples, Argentina and Brazil. Argentina is up 18-8 after 14 minutes.
So pretty good drawing bowling by Fabio. 2 on the jack, 1 in the back here. Bill's in a nice position behind though, waiting for see if Aaron can pick him up. Oh, got a piece of the jack. Just settled through. Really good bowl though. Great position. If he hits that solid, they're holding 4. They just got half the jack in the roll.
And just to add a little more detail to World Bowls 2027, it will be played at Royal Leamington Spa in the UK in 27.
So it's definitely still 1, maybe 2. They might have taken the measure out. They didn't want to measure here for Brazil. Looks like he's waiting for things right next door or something. Sure. Guess he's ready to go now. Just kind of came around the back. They're probably going to try the same shot, just on the other side. Since he had turned the jack from one side to the other, so like those 2 yellow balls, so he was just going to try the same kind of shot, trying to play through it, so he can get a piece of the jack. Just trying to draw. Definitely cut it to 1 now. That one's got to be second. A good draw here. Be careful. Movement's not the best for him. Here. Oh, kind of got near his way. Nearly did it. I think you see the good communication between these guys. What the shot that Bill wanted to call to add a yard or so here. Because just trickling in doesn't help. He really needs to kind of forcefully push that yellow so that he can hit it and then stay. Or hit the brown and push it all the way through. Oh, just got a piece of it. It was a nice try. Good effort. I think that's what they wanted. But still, it's going to be 1 right now for Brazil. They're trying to hang on and see if they can get another one in here. Switched hands. needs to be just inside that blue pole. I think it's just going to hang out. Some good draw bowling there by Fabio. Should be good for one. They're going to look at the second. I think it's just for one. Swing for Brazil. So it's 23-5 after 15 ends. Pretty close to end here. This will be got the head chopped off for a second. They'll get down. Going long here, the Brazilians. Fabio's first. Let's see who's going to keep it on the dance floor here. Pretty close to the end, but stayed in. Bill just been all over the center line all day. He's just played with his weight. A little bit of an adjustment there. Let's see if Billy can, Mr. Brault can add the 5 feet or 2 yards and float right behind. Kind of got a little tick on his own, but it was enough to draw it right on in there. That weight was really good. Great adjustment. Pressure back on Fabio. Same way to be okay. Just tighten it up a bit. Just dropped a little weight. Didn't need to, unfortunately. Just gonna try it again. Hoping 2 at least, maybe 3. Again, apologize for the camera. It's pretty far away with these Wi-Fi, and we're just getting a still frame here. But at least you can see the head across the line. So everybody else looks like they're in the 14th or 15th end.
Well, there's one game almost done. I saw there's 17. Actually, we're shaking hands. Let's see which game this is. Jamaica, Argentina.
Should be the men's pairs, isn't it?
Yeah, looks like pairs, men's pairs. Looks like it. And Pam's left, so I don't know.
Looking like Jamaica took that one, I think.
Oh, is it? 1914 or is it 14-9?
I think it's 1914. All right, here we go here. Dina is first. Bill again is putting him in good position, so he needs to kind of be a little attacking. He does have two behind. Just kind of sliding by. Or it just needs to add to it.
Actually, it might be 14.
I think all the results are on the Bulls USA website, I believe. Aaron looking to add another one here, just trying to get it floated right around. That's a great bull and a toucher, no less. Dinu second, now down probably 3 in the head here. 3, maybe 4. Pretty good effort there. Aaron second. Probably doesn't want to do much different here.
Okay, so I took a photo of that scoreboard, zoomed in on my camera. Argentina 19, Jamaica 14. Men's pairs.
There with a nice position ball right behind. Dina wasted no time, rolling his third. Really trying to get in here. Either needs to get some action or pop it or just kind of arrive. He's come up short. Oh, it's like everything's freezing now. Aaron just looking for a bonus shot here. Yeah, he's just come up a little short here. Should be 3. Yep, 3 it is. I wasn't sure if they got that fourth one in. Nope. So it's 3 more. So it makes it 26-5. 2 ends to go. So U.S. Can't lose this one. So the 2 teams with the other game in the pairs being won by Argentina. So that makes the Argentinians and the USA starting off 1-0. Again with their double round robin. So both of those teams are off to a good start. Trade opponents. Argentina will play Brazil for the men's pairs next, and Jamaica will play the U.S. Bill with a decent position. Again, just with these 2 bulls, you just see both of them just like maybe similar distance away, and yet Bill is in much better position, even though just because he's behind. Just setting up the head much better all the way around. Bill's second. He's got to match his first. He's kind of gone on the center line again with the wind's kind of swirling, so it's where it was nice and still earlier. Now we're getting a little bit of a breeze and swirling, so I think it's going to start to affect the bulls a little bit. And it's blowing right in the player's face, so it can kind of contribute to it. Being short going in this direction and heavy going the other way. Bill's third looking to just kind of adjust his line, really. And add a little pace to it, but he's in a much better position. He needs to add a couple yards here. Switched his hand to so he can get wrecked on his own. He's added more than a couple yards.
Yeah, I already recorded that. Yeah.
Here's Aaron's first now. A lot of room to draw. Trying to keep your momentum, trying to get some momentum for the next one. Got a lot of bowling left to go still. Aaron with just, really good bowl there. Great bowl. Just a couple feet behind for shot. Tina's just kind of tipped his own there. Managed to slow it up a little bit. Second. Another stunner there. Beautiful bowling by Aaron Zangl. Dine's second. Trying to be nice and positive on his forehand. Trying to see if we can get Jack a bowl here. He's a little short. Aaron just wasted no time. Again, he's just feeling it. He's throwing two really good bowls, and he's just going to walk up and just do a third, keep that momentum going. Yeah, another one in the head. Jack high there on the side, maybe Jack low. Probably more like Jack low. He's the angle when I see it. And try to get a piece of this. See if we can hit something here. Just slid by. It's going to be at least 3 here, I think, for the U.S., if not more. Four it is for the U.S., so get the 30. One end to go here. Last stand in a pretty dominating performance by the U.S. team. To the last end here. I'm gonna have to be checking everything after this. The equipment is limping home here. We got this angle and that's it. Apologize, everybody. So again, what's going on right now? Got a question saying, "Hey, what's going on with the singles games?" Yeah, there's no singles going on. It's going to be all pairs and triples for the next couple days, both men and women. And then that'll be the singles and fours. Let's see the first bowl's there. Second, kind of close. I like to finish strong here if you can. Little zesty here by Fabio. All right, last bowl of the match for Bill. It's a pretty spectacular performance by Bill Brault here.
Looks like we have another final. Men's triples. Argentina versus Brazil. Argentina takes the win 22-12.
Another good bowl by Bill to finish. Let's see when it finally catches up.
It's a great shot by Bobby.
Fabio with a good bowl there to the back. Eventually, I think the internet will catch up and you'll see it. So I can get an angle of it, I'll show it to you. Can't quite make it on the back there. Fabio cut it to 1, I believe. Bill's still holding the ball in the back right. Here we go. Maybe. It's close. Just trying to come across the head, see if you can get a piece of the jack and drag it with. Yes. He's done it. Nice little drag there. Nice little drag for 3. Wish you could have seen it. Great shot by Aaron, so I think he's made it 2 or 3 now. Here we go, now you can see the head. You get an idea. You can see Aaron came across, hit the back, and drug it there. I'm trying to just kind of stab at it. Just came in like it just kind of hung on him.
What are you thinking?
Aaron's wondering if he should be covering the back, and Bill says, no, just don't bother, just do the same bowl. Yeah, a little short there. Dine second, trying to stab again. He's a little bit more on the draw, but he's a little bit more on the draw on that one. He wasn't quite so heavy. So he came up just a little short there. He just had a couple yards. They're just looking to draw another if you can. Just going to float it around behind. I don't think he quite made it in with his last. All right, last bowl of the match here. And he's wondering what to do. Just trying to kind of come through positively here. And it's away. Something. A little action in the yellow, unfortunately. It's going to be 3 here. Three on the last for the U.S. The final score will be USA 33, Brazil 5. So the U.S. Just a spectacular match by Aaron Zangl, Bill Brault, for the Melo boys, Dine and Fabio. So it'll be 33-5 final. we'll call it here. We'll stop the broadcast, and our next match will be at noon. What do we got? Women's triples between Argentina and Brazil. So we'll be showing at noon. It'll be Argentina-Brazil women's triples match. So, for Jackie Hogan,
Yes.
I'm Scott Roberts. Thank you for being here, and we will see you later.